so, for it is worth the listening to. These 9 in buckram that I told thee of,
So, 2 more already.
their points being broken,
Down fell their hose.
began to give me ground, but I followed me close, came in foot and hand, and with a thought 7 of the 11 I paid.
Oh, monstrous! 11 buckram men grown out of 2.
But, as the devil would have it, 3 misbegotten knaves in Kendal Green came at my back and let drive at me, for it was so dark, Hal, that thou couldst not see thy hand.
These lies are like their father that begets them, gross as a mountain, open, palpable. Why, thou clay-brained guts, thou naughty-pated fool, thou whoreson obscene, greasy tallow-catch!
What? Art thou mad? Art thou mad? Is not the truth the truth?
Why, how couldst thou know these men in Kendal Green, when it was so dark thou couldst not see thy hand? Come, tell us your reason. What sayest thou to this?
Come, your reason, Jack, your reason.
What, upon compulsion? Zounds, an I were at the Strapedo, or all the racks in the world, I would not tell you on compulsion. Give you a reason on compulsion. If reasons were as plentiful as blackberries, I would give no man a reason upon compulsion,
I'll be no longer guilty of this sin. This sanguine coward, this bed-presser, this horseback breaker, this huge hill of flesh.
Blood, you starveling, you elfskin, you trite neat's tongue, you bull's pizzle, you stockfish, oh, for breath to utter what is like thee, you tailor's yard, you sheath, you bow-case, you vile standing tuck.
Well, breathe a while, and then to it again. And when thou hast tired thyself in base comparisons, hear me speak but this.
Mark, Jack.
We 2 saw you 4 set on 4, and bound them and were masters of their wealth. Mark now how a plain tale shall put you down. Then did we 2 set on you 4, and with a word outface you from your prize, and have it. Yea, and can show it you here in the house. And, Falstaff, you carried your guts away as nimbly, with as quick dexterity, and roared for mercy, and still run and roared, as ever I heard bull-calf. What a slave art thou, to hack thy sword as thou hast done, and then say it was in fight! What trick, what device, what starting hole canst thou now find out to hide thee from this open and apparent shame?
Come, let's hear, Jack. What trick hast thou now?
By the Lord, I knew ye as well as he that made ye. Why, hear you, my masters, was it for me to kill the heir apparent? Should I turn upon the true prince? Why, thou knowest I am as valiant as Hercules, but beware instinct. The lion will not touch the true prince. Instinct is a great matter. I was now a coward on instinct. I shall think the better of myself and thee during my life. I for a valiant lion, and thou for a true prince. But, by the Lord, lads, I am glad you have the money. Hostess, clap to the doors. Watch to-night, pray to-morrow. Gallants, lads, boys, hearts of gold, all the titles of good fellowship come to you. What? Shall we be merry? Shall we have a play extempore?
Content, and the argument shall be thy running away.
Ah, no more of that, Hal. And thou lovest me?
Enter Hostess.
Oh, Jesu, my lord the prince!
How now, my lady the hostess? What sayest thou to me?
Marry, my lord, there is a nobleman of the court at door would speak with you. He says he comes from your father.
Give him as much as will make him a royal man, and send him back again to my mother.
What manner of man is he?
An old man.
What doth gravity out of his bed at midnight? Shall I give him his answer?
Prithee do, Jack.
Faith, and I'll send him packing.
Exit Falstaff.
Now, sirs, By Our Lady you fought fair, and so did you, Peto. So did you, Bardolph. You are lions too. You ran away upon instinct. You will not touch the true prince. No. Fie.
Faith, I ran when I saw the others run.
Tell me now in earnest, how came Falstaff's sword so hacked?
Why, he hacked at it with his dagger, and said he would swear truth out of England, but he would make you believe it was done in fight, and persuaded us to do the like.
Yea, and to tickle our noses with spear-grass to make them bleed, and then to beslubber our garments with it, and swear it was the blood of true men. I did that, I did not this 7 year before. I blushed to hear his monstrous devices.
Oh, villain! Thou stolest a cup of sack 18 years ago, and wert taken with the manor, and ever since thou hast blushed extempore. Thou hadst fire and sword on thy side, and yet thou ranst away. What instinct hadst thou for it?
My lord, do you see these meteors? Do you behold these exhalations?
I do.
What think you they portend?
Hot livers and cold purses.
Choler, my lord, if rightly taken.
No, if rightly taken, halter.
Re-enter Falstaff.
Here comes lean Jack. Here comes Barebone. How now, my sweet creature of bombast? How long is to go, Jack, since thou sawest thine own knee?
My own knee? When I was about thy years, Hal, I was not an eagle's talon in the waist. I could have crept into any alderman's thumb ring. A plague of sighing and grief. It blows a man up like a bladder. There's villainous news abroad. Here was Sir John Bracy from your father. You must to the court in the morning. That same mad fellow of the north, Percy, and he of Wales, that gave Emimond the bastinado, and made Lucifer cuckold, and swore the devil his true liegeman upon the cross of a Welsh hook. What a plague call you him?
Oh, Glendower.
Owen, the same, and his son-in-law Mortimer, and old Northumberland, and that sprightly Scot of Scots, Douglas, that runs a horseback up a hill perpendicular.
He that rides at high speed, and with his pistol kills a sparrow flying.
You have hit it.
So did he, never the sparrow.
Well, that rascal hath good mettle in him. He will not run.
Why, what a rascal art thou then, to praise him so for running?
A horseback, ye cuckoo, but afoot he will not budge a foot.
Yes, Jack, upon instinct.
I grant ye, upon instinct. Well, he is there too, and one Mordake, and 1,000 blue caps more. Worcester is stolen away tonight. Thy father's beard is turned white with the news. You may buy land now as cheap as stinking mackerel.
Why then, it is like, if there come a hot June, and this civil buffeting hold, we shall buy maidenheads as they buy hobnails by the hundreds.
By the mass, lad, thou sayest true. It is like we shall have good trading that way. But tell me, Hal, are not thou horrible afeard? Thou being heir apparent, could the world pick thee out 3 such enemies again as that fiend Douglas, that spirit Percy, and that devil Glendower? Art thou not horribly afraid? Doth not thy blood thrill at it?
Not a whit, i'faith. I lack some of thy instinct.
Well, thou wilt be horribly chid tomorrow when thou comest to thy father. If thou love me, practise an answer.
Do thou stand for my father, and examine me upon the particulars of my life.
Shall I? Content. This chair shall be my state, this dagger my sceptre, and this cushion my crown.
Thy state is taken for a joined stool, thy golden sceptre for a leaden dagger, and thy precious rich crown for a pitiful bald crown.
Well, and the fire of grace be not quite out of thee, now shalt thou be moved. Give me a cup of sack to make my eyes look red, that it may be thought I have wept, for I must speak in passion, and I will do it in King Cambyses' vein.
Well, here is my leg.
And here is my speech. Stand aside, nobility.
Oh, Jesu, this is excellent sport, i'faith.
Weep not. sweet queen, for trickling tears are